You wake up, you make your coffee, you grab a quick bite,
and you never think twice. But every morning, that innocent breakfast is quietly pushing your blood pressure higher, higher, and higher, and higher. By the time you're 60, it's not genetics, it's not age.
it's the salt, the sugar, and the hidden ingredients. In your first meal of the day, and there's one breakfast change that doctors say.
Can lower your blood pressure again without medication. This is what no one told you about breakfast.
Meet Richard. He's 62 years old, retired, active. He takes his blood pressure medication every morning.
But his numbers keep creeping up. His doctor is concerned.
Richard is confused. He eats what he thinks is healthy.
A bowl of cereal, a glass of orange juice, some toast.
It's quick, it's easy, it's what he's eaten for decades. But here's what Richard doesn't know: his breakfast. The one he thought was harmless tanned is quietly sabotaging his blood pressure.
Every single day, and he's not alone.
Millions of Americans over 50 are eating the same breakfast and wondering why their blood pressure won't come down. Today, we're going to show you exactly what's raising your blood pressure. And more importantly, how to fix it. Because the science is clear.
What you eat in the morning after 50 doesn't just affect your energy.
It affects your heart, your arteries, your blood pressure. And the fix? It's simpler than you think.
Để hiểu các yếu tố có thể ảnh hưởng đến huyết áp,
We need to understand what's happening inside your body. First, sodium. Sodium is an essential mineral. Your body needs it to function. But the average American consumes far too much.
And breakfast is a major contributor. Bread, breakfast cereals, processed meats like bacon and sausage, even seemingly healthy options.
They're all loaded with hidden sodium. Some breakfast cereals contain
200 to 300 milligrams of sodium.
Per serving. A single slice of bread can have up to 150 milligrams.
Add butter, cheese, or processed meat, and you're easily exceeding half. Your daily recommended limit before 9 a.m.
When you consume too much sodium, your body holds on to water. To dilute it, that extra water
increases the volume of blood. More volume means more pressure. Your heart has to work harder.
To pump blood through your body.
Bummer.
St. Jude Medical Center, Deputy of Medicine.
St. Jude Medical Center.
Deputy of Medicine.
And over time, that constant pressure damages your arteries.
They become stiff, narrow, less flexible. That's how hypertension starts.
But sodium is just the beginning. Second, sugar and refined carbohydrates.
That bowl of cereal? The white toast? The orange juice? They're all high glycemic foods that spike your blood sugar. And that spike triggers inflammation in your arteries. It damages the delicate lining of your blood vessels. It makes them stiffer.
And less responsive. The result? Higher blood pressure.
A cardiologist warns that eating a breakfast high in sodium, refined carbs,
or sugar can cause an early spike. Sharp beep of a monitor. The numbers begin to climb rapidly on the digital screen.
compounding the natural morning rise in blood pressure. And potentially pushing it to harmful levels before 9 a.m.
This morning blood pressure surge is particularly concerning for individuals
with pre-existing hypertension or cardiovascular risk factors. And third, ultra-processed foods. A systematic review found a positive association
between the consumption of ultra-processed foods and blood pressure.
And arterial hypertension. These foods PEB, which include packaged cereals, frozen breakfast items, pastries, and processed meats. These foods are hypercaloric and have an unbalanced nutritional composition. They're rich in salt, sugar, and fat. And they're everywhere, developed and middle-income countries.
We have seen a massive increase in ultra-processed food consumption.
But the damage doesn't stop there. Research shows that low or high energy
And low-quality breakfasts were associated with higher adiposity
and triglycerides and lower HDL cholesterol in high-risk older adults.
And here's the most shocking finding. A study of 401 hypertensive.
elderly patients found that breakfast blood pressure variation, cardiovascular mortality, was the most predictive variable of cardiovascular mortality. That means what happens to your blood pressure after breakfast is a stronger predictor of death from heart disease than almost any other factor. Your breakfast isn't just affecting your morning, it's affecting your lifespan. Let's look at what the science actually says about breakfast and blood pressure.
Finding 1. Skipping breakfast is just as dangerous.
A study of 2,779 adults found that for women aged 19 to 64,
Skipping breakfast was linked to an increased likelihood of developing both high blood pressure and obesity. For older women above 65,
Irregular breakfast consumption or replacing it with snacks.
Was linked to a heightened likelihood of developing hypertension. Not eating breakfast isn't the answer. Eating the wrong breakfast isn't the answer. The answer is eating the right breakfast. Finding 2. Protein at breakfast protects your blood pressure. Research shows that reducing carbohydrate content and increasing protein content can reduce the drop of blood pressure after breakfast. In elderly patients with primary hypertension, another study found that protein intake is negatively associated with systolic blood pressure. At lunch was independently and negatively associated with systolic blood pressure. In community-dwelling older adults. And eggs priorem, a breakfast staple. Eggs are high in protein and one of the more popular breakfast options for people with high blood pressure. Their beneficial role has been for people with high blood pressure.
Finding 3. Whole grains and fiber lower blood pressure.
A study found that participants consuming 1 bowl of high fiber,
breakfast cereal once a week were less likely to have elevated blood pressure. And research shows that replacing breakfast with a high fiber option like granola significantly decreased salt intake and caused a possible decrease in blood pressure. Finding 4. Breakfast quality matters more than quantity. A study of 383 older adults aged 55 to 75. With metabolic syndrome, low or high energy intake affects outcomes. Understanding this is key to managing health.
And low-quality breakfasts were associated with higher adiposity and triglycerides.
And lower HDL cholesterol in high-risk older adults.
Low-quality breakfasts were also linked to poorer kidney function.
The takeaway is clear. What you eat for breakfast directly affects your blood pressure.
Sodium, sugar, and ultra-processed foods raise it.
Protein, whole grains, and fiber lower it. But here's the good news. You have more control than you think. So what does a blood pressure-friendly breakfast look like? First, reduce sodium. Check the labels on your breakfast foods.
Aim for cereals with less than 200 milligrams of sodium per serving.
Choose low-sodium breads. Avoid processed meats like bacon and sausage. How? Skip the added salt. Skip the added salt. Your taste buds will adjust. Your blood pressure will thank you. Second, choose whole grains over refined carbs.
Instead of sugary cereal, choose steel-cut oats, whole grain toast, or quinoa.
Whole grains are digested slowly. They don't spike your blood sugar.
They don't trigger inflammation. And they're rich in fiber.
Which helps lower blood pressure.
Third, add high-quality protein.
Eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, bacano, these are complete proteins.
That support healthy blood pressure. Research shows that eggs are one of the more popular breakfast options for people with high blood pressure.
Fourth, add blood pressure lowering foods. Berries Han, rich in flavonoids.
That improve blood vessel function. Walnuts cod contain omega-3 fatty acids.
That reduce inflammation. Leafy greens alid, rich in potassium.
Which helps counter the effects of sodium.
Green tea contains compounds that support healthy blood pressure.
And fifth, eat breakfast how, but eat it right.
Research shows that not skipping breakfast is associated
with a better overall diet quality and lower cardiometabolic risk.
But the quality of that breakfast matters just as much as eating it. The DASH diet, PRIOT, dietary approaches to stop hypertension,
is one of the most effective ways to lower blood pressure.
and it starts with breakfast. Now, let's make this easy. Here are 3 blood pressure-friendly breakfasts, of all under 10 minutes to prepare.
Breakfast number 1. Oatmeal with berries and walnuts.
Half a cup of steel-cut oats de noon, cooked with water or low-sodium milk.
Add a handful of fresh or frozen berries, NAND, blueberries, strawberries, or raspberries.
Sprinkle with a 1/4 cup of walnuts oat-tin, rich in omega-3 fatty acids.
Total sodium, less than 10 milligrams. Total time, 5 minutes.
Blood pressure, supported. Heart health, protected.
Breakfast number 2. Scrambled eggs with spinach and avocado.
3 large eggs Brahim, cooked with a little olive oil. No added salt.
A handful of fresh spinach snow, sautéed until wilted.
Half an avocado, the sliced pats, for healthy fats and potassium.
Total sodium, less than 200 milligrams. Total time, 5 minutes.
Blood pressure, supported. Heart health, protected.
Breakfast number 3. Greek yogurt parfait with berries and nuts.
1 cup of plain Greek yogurt, Dow, low sodium, high protein.
Half a cup of fresh berries Beprand, antioxidant rich. A 1/4 cup of almonds or walnuts too, healthy fats.
Total sodium, less than 100 milligrams. Total time, 3 minutes.
Blood pressure, supported. Heart health, protected.
3 breakfasts, under 10 minutes each. Low sodium, blood pressure friendly, delicious.
No excuses. Meet Margaret. She's 74 years old.
2 years ago, her blood pressure was out of control.
She was on 3 different medications. Her doctor was worried.
Margaret was scared. She didn't know what else to do.
Then she learned about the connection between breakfast and blood pressure.
She swapped her sugary cereal for oatmeal with berries and walnuts.
She started eating eggs and spinach. Within 3 months, her blood pressure dropped.
Her doctor reduced her medication. Today, I feel better than she did in her 60s. And it all started with breakfast.
Studies show that a balanced breakfast, or of low in sodium, rich in protein, can make a difference.
Rich in protein and fiber tanned can significantly lower blood pressure.
In older adults, you don't have to accept high blood pressure as just aging.
You have more control than you think.
So here's the truth. That innocent breakfast isn't so innocent.
The sodium, the sugar, the ultra-processed ingredients.
They're quietly raising your blood pressure, day after day. Year after year. But it's not inevitable. You can change it.
And it starts with breakfast.
Whole grains, protein, fiber, healthy fats.
That's the formula. It takes less than 10 minutes.
It could lower your blood pressure. It could save your heart. It could save your life.
And it all starts with what you put on your plate tomorrow morning.
If this video helped you understand why breakfast matters for your blood pressure, please like this video, share it. It helps more people find this information.
They're quietly raising your blood pressure, day after day. And share this video with someone you care about.
A friend, a spouse, a parent, Chad, who needs to hear this message. Because sometimes, the people who need this information the most don't even know they're missing it. And one more thing. Tell us in the comments prior, what's your go-to breakfast for healthy blood pressure? We read every comment, and we'd love to hear your ideas. Thank you for watching. Choose the right breakfast. Protect your heart. Take control. With the right approach, managing health can be a seamless part of your daily life, filled with confidence and joy.